Hello everyone and welcome to Meeple Leaf Reviews. I'm Jeffrey.
I'm Jacob.
And today we're doing a before and after. Mr. Jacob, what is a before and after?
Every single time.
Every single time.
Before and after is where we give our expectations before we have ever even played the game. We've just gone over the rules and that's about it. And then we play the game one time only, and we're going to give you our first impressions after only that one play.
Now for this game, Cry Havoc, there's been a lot of people talking about it.
Yeah.
It's been a pretty big game.
Pretty big hype.
Yeah, and so knowing that you don't really deal well with hype.
Anti-hype train.
How are you expecting this game to go after seeing the rules?
I don't think I'm going to like it. I generally don't like direct conflict games. And that's exactly all there is in this game, is I'm just going to move my troops, I'm going to fight a bunch of stuff, and area control. That doesn't do anything for me.
It's interesting that you take that much more, which is very conflict-y,
Right.
but you don't like direct conflict, like dudes on a map kind of games.
Right.
Whereas I don't take that at all, but I do like direct conflict in games, somewhat.
Sure.
I think with this one, it's because we're going to be playing 3 players.
Yes.
There's going to be a lot of fighting the neutral Trog player, which is really
at least
nobody
for the first couple rounds. And
Yeah.
there's only 4 rounds in the game, so maybe there
5
isn't going to
maximum.
be a lot of conflict that's going to bother me, but
Right.
we'll see.
Now, this one, the board even looks kind of similar to Blood Rage.
Sure. Yeah.
But I think I'm going to like this one a lot more than what I did Blood Rage, because I think this one has the card play of action selection, plus you start out asymmetrical, you have your own
Yes.
unique abilities, your unique cards. I think that will make me enjoy this one more than what I did with Blood Rage.
Sure. I mean, the asymmetry for sure is going to give me a little bit more to look into. I might want to play it 4 times so that I can play all the 4 races in the game. But again, it's just I don't foresee myself enjoying even the combat, which has some unique features.
Yeah, that's the other thing I was going to say, is what I'm looking forward to the most in this is trying out that combat system where you have kind of 3 different areas that you're trying to get area control in,
Right.
to control the region, to capture prisoners, which could get you points there, as well as to just kill other units. So you can go
Right.
into a battle and nobody could die
Right.
if nobody places anything on the attrition part of the board. So that's interesting as well.
The part that I don't like about it, though, is whenever there's combat and it's just like, okay, I have X number of units, you have X number of units, and then, it's all going to be the strategy of how we put these things down. But then people are going to be like, pew, 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 throwing down these crazy battle cards that are just going to change everything, and it's just going to be chaos.
Right.
You don't have control over the battle at all, is kind of the feeling that I think I'm going to get.
Yeah, there is no randomness in the combat. Like it's all, you just place your guys out, the majorities. But the unknown factor in the battle is what battle cards are your opponent holding.
Yeah.
So
and
there's
how
nothing,
are they going to manipulate that information so that you don't have perfect information of how the battle's
yeah,
going
you
to
don't
go?
have, there's no randomness, but you don't have perfect information with this.
Right.
So yeah, I'm going in. I think I'm gonna like it. I don't think I'll love it, but I'm hoping I will.
Right.
I'm hoping that with another game group, that this one will be really enjoyable. Not so much with you.
Yeah, I just don't foresee anything in the rules that have grabbed me and been like, oh man, this is going to be amazing. It just seems like a kind of blah, mediocre game.
Let's play it and turn that frown upside down.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Hello everyone, welcome back. We just finished our first play of Cry Havoc.
Or
Havoc!
you really wanted to do that.
I know, it was really good. So So a little bit of background for our first play. We did play it 3-player.
Yep.
And it took us an hour and 20 minutes for the first play.
Right.
So not bad.
It felt a little long early game, I think, because we were doing a few rule clarifications and things like that. So I found that there was a bit of downtime before it got back to me early game. By the end of the game, it was clipping along at a faster
definitely
pace.
the last round. It was just like boom, boom, boom. Everyone was taking their actions, moving around.
Right.
The battle system, 2 moved quicker.
Yeah.
The later battles than the first one. So you definitely learn the system as you play it.
Yeah.
And I think that is something that is beneficial for the game, is knowing how that battle system is going to play out.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because if you go in with a weaker force, it's not like you're going to be able to pull off a miracle with this cool battle system.
You're done.
So, but once you go in with... So it's easy if you're fighting, like, say, the Trogs and you have 5 guys and they have 2.
Yeah.
It's just like boom, boom, boom. Okay, we're done. Where it kind of... You have to really think about it is when you have similar number of troops.
Yes.
Then it becomes very important in where you're placing the guys in that battle objective area.
Yeah, and the battle cards that you can play from your hand to manipulate that battle is also very key in those situations. Now, one of my concerns going into the game was that I was going to hate that kind of manipulating feature. Right. But I think I was playing the humans, and I think the humans have the majority of those types of cards in their standard stock deck.
Yeah.
So I was the one manipulating all the battles all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else manipulated other than you, maybe once or twice. Yeah. But I think I did it 5 to 7 times over the course of the game.
Yeah,
I was manipulating battles.
I don't think it's going to happen all the time, but when someone is manipulating, it's usually going to have a very impactful outcome on the battle. You're not just going to play them willy-nilly, because they're cards that you need for action. So you're not just going to burn them to do these tactics during battles, but when you do need to play it, it's usually going to have some important impact on the battle.
Yeah, so that fear of mine was kind of quelled. I didn't have to worry about people doing all this crazy stuff and just chaos. You kind of knew a little bit going in about how the battle was going to unfold. Yeah.
So you had the most hesitation coming into this game.
Yeah.
So what is your your impression after the first play?
I'm still a little wary. I'm uncertain of how I feel. It's definitely going to need more plays.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it more than I thought I would.
Right.
It's still not... I'm not jumping out of my pants going, this is an amazing game, I need to play it again. But it was better than what I thought it would be.
Yeah, and for me, I definitely think I like this one more than Blood Rage already.
Okay.
Just because there's... I don't know, I feel like there's a little bit more going on, a little bit more meaningful decisions. Plus, I feel that the cards are a scarce resource almost. Yeah. So I'm almost having to manage the resource of card draw and how I'm playing it to take the actions. Oh, well, I could move, 3 guys, but that's going to cost me 2 cards. Maybe I just need to move 2. So there's a little bit of decision making in managing those resources in this game, which I like.
Yeah, but the challenge is you also want to maximize your actions. Yeah. If I'm taking a move action, I don't want to play a card down and move 1 unit, 1 space.
No, definitely not.
Like, you want to play those 2 cards so you get 4 movement and you can just go boom, 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 boom and throw stuff all around the board.
But you don't want to move too many guys into a region for the battle that you're wasting guys. If you can win a battle with 3, you don't want to spend 5 movement and move 5 in there. Mm-hmm. So that's where some good decision making comes in, which makes it, I feel, a better game for me than Blood Rage. But I'm still a little bit uncertain. But I think the more I play and the more the game mechanisms become second nature, especially that battle system, I think the more I'll like it, and the more I get to know each of the different factions in the game.
One of the other things I liked about that whole moving in and you saying, you don't want to put enough guys or you don't want to put too many guys into the battle region. When you're going to a region with Trogs, the cards have, you flip it over, the little tokens, the basic starting ones, and it has 1 to 3 Trogs in there. So you don't really know what you're up against. and you're just like, do I send in just 2 guys? Am I going to be able to win it with that?
And the way that battle locks the region...
Yeah, you can't bring in more guys.
Yeah, you you don't know how many are there, so he's like, oh, I'll move in 2, and then there's all of a sudden 3 trogs, and you're like, well, I can't move any more in after.
Right.
However, there are some special abilities.
The machines, I believe, can move guys in after the battle.
Or kill people that are in a battle region.
Right.
I had, as the Pilgrims, I had an ability to put more units into regions with, so there is some manipulation.
Right.
But that, again, takes another action.
Right.
And you don't get a whole lot of actions in the game. It's maximum 5 rounds. Ours took 4.
Right.
You get 3 actions around. So that was a 12 action game.
Right.
So yeah, not...
And what we've heard from other people playing the game is that it generally is only 4 rounds long.
Yeah.
Like you generally don't get that 5th round in.
Yeah. But no, I think there's something here. Whether or not it's going to be perfect for me, I don't know. I'll need to play it some more to find out. But after the first play, I'm excited to try it again.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the longevity of this game. There's definitely, you can play it for each of the 4 races, and that would definitely be interesting. Beyond that, if it's your type of game, then you might want to hunker down in one of the 4 races and be like, oh yeah, I want to perfect this and get really good. So the replayability, I guess, is there. Yeah. Looks like it's there anyways. But for me, it's just...
Yeah, I mean, I think this...
It's okay.
This could get easily an expansion with different buildings for each of the factions.
Sure.
Also, your skill cards.
Yeah.
You have 5, and then you can play with 1, 2, or 3 of them. So you could try to combo those in different ways. So there's some replayability, but mostly it's going to be the same sort of game every time you play. It's not going to be wildly
It's just going to be the interactions between you and your opponents. And then I imagine the 4-player game would be quite different because you would have that 4th player playing as the Trogs, which start the game littered all over the map. Everyone else is just in their headquarters. I would be really intrigued to play as the Trogs.
I'd like to try that too.
See what that's all about.
Well, the other thing that I did mention is that I felt that the 3-player game would be mostly the players against the game rather than PvP.
Right.
We had only 1 player versus player interaction in this game that we played.
Right, and it was in the last round.
Yeah.
Last round.
But they're just so juicy, all those Trog spaces.
Oh, yeah.
So you're just like, oh, there's crystals there. I'm going to go get them.
Yeah, unless like a spot is just like overflowing with crystals, it's probably better to go into a place with Trogs and battle them and try and take over that than to move into a space that has another player who's just getting 2 points off of 2 crystals sitting there.
Cool. All right, well, that's Cry Havoc. If it sounds cool to you, definitely check it out. It's one that I'm interested to play some more and see how it'll fall for me.
Yeah, I won't have a problem playing it a couple more times. I just don't know how often it's going to come to the table and if I'll ever request it.
All right, well, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's always greatly appreciated by us.
Yep, you can also follow us on Twitter at MeepleLeaf, and in the description down below, you can go to Board Game Links, give us some hearts so other people can find us.
All right, see you guys next time.
Sweet, sweet hearts.